Hi class, in this video I'm going to be talking about how to identify similar triangles. So to make sure a triangle is similar to another one, you have to check for the corresponding sides or the corresponding angles. So what that means is the angles in terms of geometry, for example, angle B looks to be in the same relative position to angle E. These angles must be equal to each other. Angle A must be equal to angle D, and angle C must be equal to angle F. If all three of these angles are equal, then you can say these triangles are similar to each other. Alternatively, you can also check for the first if these triangles are similar using corresponding sides. So what that means is if you have AB here, DE would be corresponding to it with respect to geometry. You would find the scale factor between the two, and then you would find the scale factor between BC and EF, and then find the scale factor between AC and DF. And if the scale factor is the same for all three, then you can say the triangles are similar. So let's go over an example here. Here it says determine if triangle ABC is similar to triangle EFG. So the first way we can check is via the angles. So looking at their position with geometry, it looks like angle A is should be corresponding to angle E. So are they equal? Well, both are 90 degrees. So I can say that angle A is going to be equal to angle E. And I'll say that both are 90 degrees, okay? Now looking at angle B, it looks to be directly directly left of angle A, the right angle, and angle F here looks to be directly left of angle E here. So angle B must be corresponding to angle F. Hence, I'm going to say angle B is equal to angle F only because both are exactly the same degrees, 37 degrees. Now, what about angle C and angle G, the last angles in a triangle? Now, normally for checking for angles, if you know that two different corresponding angles in a triangle are equal to each other, you usually don't have to check for the last one. And the reason being is because all angles in a triangle add up to 180. So if I had 180, and let's say I'm looking for angle C here, I can simply subtract 90 degrees and subtract 37 degrees, and then I end up getting 53 degrees. However, since angle E and angle F are also the same, to find angle G, I would also subtract 180 from 90 from 37, and I would also get 53 degrees. Hence, angle C would be equal to angle G. And hence, once I find out that two corresponding angles are equal, I don't have to check for the last one. But if I were to, all I proved is that all three angles are equal to each other. And hence, I can say this triangle is similar. Now, you can also use the alternative method. So I'm going to write or. You can check for the corresponding sides. So far, because across from the right angle is always the longest side, I'm going to use those as my corresponding side first. So I'm going to say that BC for that side is equal to the side of FG here. Now I'm going to find the scale factor. So I'm going to use the bigger number first, and I'm going to divide it by the smaller number. So BC divided by FG. I guess I'll write that down. So I got the length of BC divided by the length of FG here. And that's going to be equal to 15 over 5, which the answer should be 3. So hence, if I were to go from the smaller triangle to the bigger triangle, I would multiply by a scale factor of 3. Great. Now I just have to check for the other ones. So it looks like AB is going to be corresponding to EF. So I'm simply going to divide those now, okay? So AB is 12, EF is 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Hence my scale factor is 3 here as well. Now let's check for the last corresponding side. So AC should be equal to EG, right? So I'm going to write AC here. And by equal, I mean like they're corresponding. So AC is 9, EG is 3. Hence, when I divide these, 9 divided by 3 is still 3. Hence, my scale factor is 3 for every corresponding side. So I'm going to say these triangles are similar because I get the same scale factor when I pretty much divide them to between the corresponding sides. So again, those are the two ways to check for a similar triangle. Either you check for all angles are equal, or all corresponding sides have the same scale factor.